Welcome back to another episode of Athletic Arena Podcast. I'm G. Here's James. And we're back with what is it? Week 7 college football, week 6 NFL. And it's been a crazy, I know we've been away for 2 weeks, but it's been a crazy 2 weeks. Um, first off, who's seen Vanderbilt losing or beating Alabama? If you say you called it last week, I'm gonna call you a lie. Unless you're a
I,
Vanderbilt fan.
yeah, I seen it being closer because I it got me three times already this year, but not that. Like them beating them, hey,
And you know what makes it even better? The starting quarterback for Vanderbilt. You know where he's from?
we're
Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yep. He's from up there in Albuquerque. So it's nice to see, another New Mexico kid
killing.
tearing it up, killing it.
Oh, East. Yeah,
Yeah.
I learned my lesson when they played. Who was it? West Virginia, week one, and then was Missouri. Yeah. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm done with y'all, man. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Mizzou's on my shit list. I had them last week and you fucked me, Mizzou. But there's a lot of other teams, Alabama. I don't know. I don't even want to think about the bets that I made last week. Like I said, I got fucked last week. I did hit the week before for 350 off two bets off of $8. So that was a pretty good win. Um, but needless to say, it it hasn't been nice to me here lately, like at all. But you know what they say, when you go on a slump, it only takes one win to get you right back in it. So with that, let's get back into it. Let's see. Friday, we have Utah taking on Arizona State, and Utah is a 6 point favorite. To me, I'll take Utah with the points on this one. Utah's proved that they can stay in it for me at least. They've proven it, and I believe they're coming off a bye from last week, so Utah should. Let's see if oh, what's his name? Quarterback BYU. Yeah, Cam, isn't it Cam?
He's one for Utah. Oh, Cam Rising.
There you go. Let's see if he's gonna play. If not, I mean, the backup's gotten plenty of snaps. He's proven he can win a game. So I mean, I'm gonna take Utah with the points here.
Yeah. Same thing. I'm gonna take Utah minus 6.5, mainly because besides their one loss, they handle people regularly, even without Cam Rising. So with or without, I'm confident in them. And then even also last year they dogged Arizona State 55-3. So yeah, I'm definitely taking that 6.5.
Yeah, that's a big one. Like, I just don't see now. We could say this. Oh, I just don't see Arizona State winning, but it could be just like last week. Look at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, hell, we were just picking on them last year. Those were that's Vanderbilt was one of the teams that we would, yep, who are they playing? Oh yeah, bet against them.
Spread. Spread
Them, UMass. Uh,
it.
there's a couple of them that it just UTEP, New Mexico State. It just don't matter who they play. You can guarantee to take the spread.
Hmm.
Um, but let's get to our next game. We got South Carolina visiting number 7 Alabama, and Alabama is a 21 point favorite. I see Alabama coming out on fire.
Oh yeah. They're in Alabama too. I'm taking that 20.5 though, just taking it down half a point just cause, but I see them like making a statement like, hey, we're still here. Vanderbilt's better than what everybody thought. We took them easy, we took them lightly, and we paid the price for it, but they about to get work from now. So yeah, I see them blowing South Carolina out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Bama. If I could take them at 18 and a half, I would. but I think they're going to be, I think they're only going to let me go down to 19, 19 and a half. I can do that. I can do 19 and a half for Bama, even though, I mean, I'll probably just take them as a money line bet on my parlays. I mean, for this, for for the video, we're picking spreads and money lines and, what we think is the safest bet for that. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna, that's what I'm gonna choose. Our next game, we got number 10, Clemson taking on Wake Forest at Wake Forest. Clemson is a 20-point favorite. I honestly, if Clemson doesn't win by 18 or more, it's gonna be a sad day. That's who I'm taking Clemson minus 18.
I'm not messing with Clemson. I'm actually a Florida State fan, and I thought they were going to blow, Florida State out, and they didn't. I was like, what is this? So
Right.
because of that, and I know like Florida State doesn't have a defense. Because of that, I'm going Clemson money line. I know they're going to win. I just don't want to trust them with a money line. I mean, with a spread. So yeah, even with this, it's Clemson money line.
That's what. Well, I mean, it is Wake Forest. I mean, that's what
Yeah,
I'm.
this game anyway.
That's what I'm hoping. You know what I mean? I'm hoping the actual Clemson shows up and not that team from last week. Next game we have number 21 Mizzou taking on UMass. We were just talking about them, and they're 27. Let's see, Mizzou is a 27 and a half point favorite. UMass is making games close, and I can't trust Mizzou with the spread.
I
So
can't.
I'm
You
just gonna
mad?
yeah, I'm just gonna we'll see. You could take UMass with the points, or you could just take Mizzou money line. You know
Going
what?
Mizzou 28 and a half.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's funny because I was gonna say since it's 27 and a half, I can go up 2 points. I'm gonna go UMass plus 29 and a half points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because UMass has been making it close. And you said 28 and a half, so you're bumping
Yeah.
it up. You're bumping it up a point.
Oh, easy. They're still UMass. They're still 1-4.
I don't know. I don't know what it is with the Yankees right now. They cannot hit to save their life. These last two games.
Yeah, I got them right now. Like, well, that's the Mets and the Phillies, but yeah.
Who's winning that game?
Uh, Phillies 1-0.
What is it? Top?
Bottom of the six.
Bottom of the six. See, the Yankees and Kansas City just started, and it's bottom of two.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, the Yankees ain't been able to get hits for nothing to save their lives. So we'll see if this is gonna be a closer game and if our pitching's gonna do better. But if they don't pull it out, I mean, it's a cakewalk for them to go to the World Series, and they ain't doing nothing with it. It's frustrating, especially with all the talent we got right now.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, let's get back on track. Again, Athletic Arena Podcast. If you're looking for us, find us on Facebook and YouTube, Athletic Arena Podcast. To donate to the stream, it is at Cash App, Athletic Arena Podcast. Bovada link is in the description on YouTube. Next game is, I think, which is going to be probably one of the better games of the weekend. You got the Red River Shootout.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, Texas visiting number 18, Oklahoma. Texas is a 15-point favorite. And because it is how can you put it? It's a rivalry game and they know each other. They played so many times. I don't know if 15 points is going to be enough. I'm going to take Texas money line.
Same. Same.
That's
That's
like the safest.
Oklahoma has two losses to
Be-
teams. I mean, one of them they should have won. The other one, it could have went either way. But Texas, great team overall, all around. They have two quarterbacks that can kill. I'm definitely going with Texas. So yeah,
Okay, so there, Oklahoma has two losses. So does one more loss mean they're out of the playoffs? They're not going to be in the hunt in the
oh, they're
tournament.
probably already out. Yeah, they're not even ranked, so they're probably already out.
Oklahoma's 18th.
Yeah, you gotta get in 12, but you gotta still. There's other teams, so I don't think they're gonna make it.
That's what I'm saying. This is probably one of those must wins to keep them in the hunt to be able to make the
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If they win, I would say that if they win, if
it's if they win. But I
yeah.
mean, you're going up against Texas. I'm not sure if Ewing is coming back or not, or if our Manning is going to be playing again. But even if Archie Manning's playing, I mean, last week it was receivers dropped a lot of passes. I can say that. Or was it the week before? I think
Yeah,
Texas
the
had a
week before,
bye.
they had a
Yeah,
right.
so yeah, so the week before, Archie was dropping dimes. The receivers were dropping passes left and right. So I mean, that right there, if they could get there's at least two wide open touchdowns. That's an extra 14 points right there. You can add that onto the spread. They would have hit. Um, give them that 1 week of rest. If Ewing isn't going to come back and play this week, then you got Manning a full week of practice. I Who knows? Maybe Texas blows them out of the water. It's college football. Anything can happen. Next game we got number 4 Penn State visiting USC. Penn State is a 5.5 point favorite. Who you got on this one?
I have Penn State just money line. Um, I've been seeing USC. The main thing with them is their problem is dealing with physicality. So when Michigan beat them, they ran the ball at them. Like there was no, oh, we're gonna pass. No, no, no. There was, we're running the ball every time. What are you gonna do? And that's how they won the game. Penn State has a great offensive line and a great running game, just like Michigan State's. Probably not as dangerous with Mullins and who they have, but still great. I see Penn State winning this. I don't think they'll be able to, deal with the physicality of them running the ball right at them almost every play. So yeah,
Yeah, I think it's going to be Penn State. I'm taking Penn State. I mean, you can even bump it up to 6.5. USC, they just don't have it. I mean, Caleb Williams left. Even with Caleb there, they didn't have a very good defense to help stop that. You know what I mean? They needed a better
hmm
defense because the offense can score. It's just like the Bengals right now. Top five, top four in offense, but when your defense can't stop anybody, heck, they couldn't stop a nosebleed if it happened, but we'll get to that later. Um, that's how USC is. They just don't have a defense anymore. You don't see that defense from USC like you did in the 90s or the early 2000s with Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush when they were there. You just don't see that
hmm
kind of physicality with USC right now. Um, you said Penn State money line or with the points?
Oh, money line.
Okay. Next game we got Stanford visiting number 11 Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 24-point favorite.
Mhm.
I don't know about 24. You can never trust Notre Dame completely, especially with the spread. I'm just gonna take Notre Dame money line here.
I'm bumping it down to what was it? 22 and a half, Notre Dame. That's the sweet spot these last 3 weeks with Stanford. They've been losing by like 25 to 27 points. So yeah, I'm take that right before it hits their sweet spot. Love patterns.
So you're taking Notre Dame minus 22.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Next game, we got Cal visiting number 22 Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a 3-point favorite.
Hmm. Cal is actually like they came out of I don't know how they lost to Florida State for one, but they were like they had Miami, they had them, and then they just let it go. So with that, I'm going Pittsburgh money line. It's the odds are too easy just to go with. Oh, I can go with a spread. Nah, I just want to go money line. Be safe and easy, especially because Pitt beat North Carolina easily. So yeah, I'll go Pitt money line.
See, it's funny you say that because I was gonna go -5. You know that plus sign's gonna be sitting right there. I like to I like to add them
I know.
odds in there.
Yeah,
Let's
I
pile it
know.
in. Dude, I love doing that, especially like this is awesome. Like you can go up 2 points, pick a -5. I guarantee there's probably even a -6.5, especially on Bovada. And the odds are probably gonna be plus 300. You take
Hmm.
that and combine it with two or three other
Oh,
decent
you're good.
decent bets.
You're good.
Oh, bro, you could take $5 and turn it to $100
Hmm.
quick, and that's a quick come up right there. Um, I think I'll put out Saturday evening, or no, not evening, early Saturday morning. I think I'll put out a couple bets that if anybody wants to follow. Um, let's see. Next game we got Purdue visiting number 23 Illinois. Illinois is a 19.5 point favorite. This one's actually surprising to me. Illinois is in the top 25. Um, I haven't watched very much Illinois. You know what? No, I'm thinking Indiana. I'm not thinking Illinois. That's who I'm thinking of. Isn't Illinois not undefeated, are they?
No, but they did beat Nebraska. So
I'm just gonna
and
go Illinois money because I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure about anything about Illinois. I know Purdue's not very good.
yeah, I'm going Purdue plus 21.5. It's Nebraska. I mean, they beat Illinois beat Nebraska by what, a touchdown, but Nebraska only beat Purdue by like 10 points. So yeah, adding those together and how Illinois play, they're not a oh we're gonna fucking throw the ball. They do have more receiving yards and more passing yards than Purdue, but they're more of a run of ground. You know, they're ground and pound type runs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um, Next game we have Arizona visiting number 14 BYU. BYU is a 5 point favorite. There's another one.
mm.
I'm going BYU 6.5.
I'm going to BYU money line because it's a scary sight with Arizona to be like, hey, who are we? Are we the team this week that beat Utah, or are we the team that lost to Texas Tech? So I don't want to even
They're the
gamble with
team.
them.
They're the team that lost to Texas Tech. BYU is coming off of a bye. They're undefeated. BYU's gonna whip that ass. They're well rested. Yeah, Arizona. The way I see it is Arizona's gonna keep it close up until third, end of the third, beginning of the fourth. Uh, BYU will either cause a turnover or a turnover on downs, and BYU is gonna end up winning by a touchdown. That's why I'm going -6.5. Um, this next game we got Mississippi State taking on number 5 Georgia. Georgia's a 34-point favorite. This one's easy. Mississippi State with the points. Bump it up to 36 and take the points.
Exactly. I think. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, because Georgia can't cover a spread, especially if you're putting Georgia in 30 points. No, it's not gonna happen.
Mhm.
I can't trust them. The last 2 years, Georgia can't cover any spread.
Wow, that's crazy.
What's that?
So it did happen. So like I said, I'm kind of like doing this and that, but watching this game. So remember I was saying the Phillies was up 1-0 in the bottom of the sixth.
Hmm.
Francis Lindor just hit a grand slam, so it's 4-1 Mets.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody's going crazy. I was like looking, well, why are they going crazy? But yeah,
What is it? Top seventh or top eight?
no, it's still bottom of the
Oh,
six.
they're in New York.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. See, so I don't feel bad because I keep looking over. I've got the Yankees game on right now. It's top three. Dude, it's October baseball.
Oh, you love it like
I love watching October baseball. Don't get me wrong. I can watch baseball throughout the year. Trust me, I've been betting on baseball
October. It's another level.
but October, what was it? Friday night? I want to say it was Friday night or Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday night. I think Mets were down, Mets were tied, and then bottom eighth, and they just or the top of the eighth, and they just took over and started wheeling and dealing. And I was like, oh yeah, here they go. They ended up winning like 3-1 or some shit like that, 4-1. And it was funny because I seen the odds and it's all -1.5 plus 400. I was like, that sounds wonderful. And and then I looked at it, it's all top seventh. I was all, I don't think 1.5 is gonna happen. And once I looked, oh, he's safe. Oh no. So a base runner and first baseman touched the bag at the exact same time, but they called him out. Anyways, I forgot where we were, but we'll get to this next game.
Mississippi State.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Points.
yeah,
Mississippi State.
yeah, plus
Like
30. Yeah, I'm taking them with points. Like Georgia can't cover a spread right now. Next game, Florida takes on number 8 Tennessee. And Tennessee is a 15.5 point favorite at home. I'm taking Tennessee money line.
taking Tennessee minus 13 and a half, mainly because Clemson, who was it? Yeah, Clemson came out and dismantled them off rip. So I don't trust Florida, even their own coach doesn't trust them. I mean, he said there's a lot of growing pains to deal with this team. Yeah, Tennessee, 13 and a half. Plus, they
Oh,
had to make up for that loss they had to Arkansas last week. So definitely.
oh yeah.
And they're in Tennessee.
Now I know they're gonna win. I just Florida, my Florida is a little bit better than Florida State, so you gotta watch out, especially this year. Um, to the next game, probably going to end up the game of the
So,
weekend. Number two, Ohio State visiting number three, Oregon. Ohio State is a 3 point favorite. Uh, Coin toss. Heads Ohio State, tails Oregon.
yeah, with that being said, I'm taking Oregon plus 5.5.
Ooh.
Just um Dylan Gabriel's been amazing. Ohio State, they're in the same situation I look at Georgia in. Um, they don't really do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. So I think this will be, they might
And
even win, but it'll be a close game. And
and
that's all I
this
need
this is one of those games Ohio State gets in the top five. What happens?
every time.
Every time Ohio State gets in the top five, they choke. Especially if they hit number one, You
Uh,
might get them a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then they're gonna choke. I'm staying away from this bet on my bets personally. I mean, I might take one just to, yeah, just because it's a big win. But I'm going Oregon money line.
mm,
Let's see if I liked how Dylan Gabriel played last year at OU, and you can see how much of a difference he's made leaving OU to now.
mhm.
Maybe they pick it up this week. They had a bye. They're coming off a bye. You're in the top three. Let's see if you can take over that number two spot and be up there, ranked up there with Texas, giving Texas a good old run for their money for the number one spot. Oh, you retard. Anyways, okay. Next game, we got number nine Ole Miss visiting number 13 LSU. Ole Miss is a 3.5 point favorite. I still can't trust LSU.
That's I'm like, how did they get 13?
Have you?
They didn't play anybody to beat 13. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, I'm taking Ole Miss with the minus 2.5, just because I know it's a sweet spot either way for me. Um, Dart is still one of the best passers in college football, regardless. LSU, they haven't proved anything. I don't even see them winning. So yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Safe bet. I mean, there's really no safe bet, especially in this game. But I just don't see LSU beating Ole Miss. Ole Miss has played a tough. They've had a tougher schedule, and they're pulling the games out. They're keeping them close. If they're not keeping them close, they're blowing them out of the water. Um, I'm with you. Minus 2.5. Ole Miss. That's me for this. For that one. Let's see. Three more games left. Number 11, Iowa State visiting West Virginia. Iowa State is a 3 point favorite. Can you trust West Virginia to get the win at home?
It's not about West Virginia. It's about, I think in this one, it's more about the disrespect of Iowa State. And I say that because they were like, oh, Baylor's going to beat them. And this last week, their spread was like, I think the same, you know, they beat them by 20. Um, yeah, I see. I'm taking Iowa State minus 6.5 over West Virginia. West
Ooh.
Virginia's played, you know, say mediocre football. Iowa State is they haven't lost and they're putting teams out like they're supposed to. So yeah, 6.5 Iowa State.
I'm gonna take Iowa State at 2.5. Um, because I like to bet with that Oregon money line to
Mm-hmm.
combine this West Virginia with that for $10. Just those two right there. Both money lines. Just a little $10 bet.
Mm-hmm.
And you get plus 1,000 odds, $10. Bring
Yeah.
it. Bring it. Next game we have Kansas State versus Colorado at Colorado, and Kansas State is a 4.5 point favorite. I know what you're picking. You already told me. I think Colorado's going to pull off the upset here.
Possibly. I mean, realistically, I would love to stay away from it, but for this for the show, I'm going Kansas money line. Colorado's been playing. They really surprised me, and I was like, well, I mean, but Kansas State.
Hey,
I think it's going to be a good game.
Shador has, to me, he's picked it up a little bit. He's played a little bit better. If they can get some help on the offensive line to try and keep him up, and if he could learn how to get rid of the football,
Hmm.
I mean,
That's
he's, I believe I seen a stat where he's second most sacked in the last 2 years, 3 years.
yeah. That's what Trevor Lawrence was saying. He was saying when you have a clean pocket, like you have a whole different perspective on the game when you playing it. You can tell
Yes.
whether you got. So if he has a clean pocket, he's never really played with a clean pocket.
No.
So yeah,
And
that's the only reason.
he's been launching the football 70 yards flat-footed. So it's like dude's got a cannon. He can drop a dime. Now if he had an offensive line, I think they'd be doing even better. That's why I'm saying I think Colorado's pulling off the upset here.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna go plus 6.5
smart. That's smart, actually.
with Colorado. Um, just to make it a little bit safe. Now, I I'm gonna do this bet. Now, once I've got a little things to move around first before I can put the bet in, but I just thought of a great bet. Y'all, if y'all want to follow along with this. Oregon, West Virginia, and Colorado all money line.
That's crazy. How much would it be?
Let me look it up real quick. Uh,
That's
bro, that would be that's gotta be great odds. They're all underdogs.
mhm.
And of course, I didn't have it pulled up or anything. Man, Yankees need to stop going for home runs and just freaking go for base hits. Oh yeah, New Mexico State and Jacksonville State are playing right now.
Mhm.
Oh, that was my next question. How do you feel about Army?
Oh, I love it.
I love it too. I just don't like seeing Army as a 26-point favorite.
Over UAB?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm taking that. UAB. Uh, I forgot who they played. Yeah, I knew that's when I knew they were trash. Um, they played somebody and got destroyed. And they were a 14-point favorite, and then somebody else, I think Tulsa, went and destroyed them after that. Yeah, UAB, they're easy money, easy.
Oregon, that's the one I gotta find. Where is it at? Let's see. The 1332.
Still good.
That's not bad at all. So $10 get you 133. I mean, that's not a bad little bit right there. Um, and then our next game, this If you want to be a gambling man on this one, Boise number 17, Boise State minus 20 and a half versus Hawaii in Hawaii. Take Boise State with the points. Even if you want to bump it up, go minus 23 and a half. I mean, kid, I forget the kid's name, running back for Boise State has been killing it.
Yeah, Action Gentry. Yeah,
Yes.
it's insane. He's got over 1,000 yards in 5 games, 16 touchdowns. So he's putting up 3 touchdowns a game.
And he only played half last week. He only played the first half. It's
Mhm.
insane. What are you taking for this one?
Oh, 20 and a half, Boise State, easy. I don't have to worry about it. I can just put it in and not have to worry about it. So
Yeah, that one is
yeah, yeah, he's averaging like what is it? I think 11 yards per carry right now, which is
and
out of this world.
it's not like bad, but bro, when you're bouncing off three, four tackles and one of those tackles has three people around you and you're just pinballing off of them, like it's insane what he's doing. How is he staying on his feet?
Hmm.
That's crazy. Again, follow us YouTube, Facebook, um, Athletic Arena Podcast, Cash App to donate to the stream, Athletic Arena Podcast. Bovada is in the link in the description on our YouTube profile. Go ahead and click that link, follow along with us there, sign up, and you they do sign up bonuses. You can get up to 800 cash back. Um, we were talking about UFC. There is UFC Fight Night this weekend. Only fight I like this weekend is Brandon Royval. He needs to get another win, try and fight for the belt, but it needs to be impressive, or I think he's gonna have to have a couple more fights. So for me, a bet to watch Brandon Royval, let's say by decision. Hopefully he puts on a good fight and he finishes the fight, but it's gonna be the kid he's fighting can fight too. He's a Japanese guy. That's gonna be a good fight. But I still got Brandon Royval to win. Um, I would say Yankees are gonna win the series over Kansas City this week, but I don't. I believe it's top bottom third, and they don't even. Yeah, it's still 0-0. I don't see the Yankees. They haven't even got a hit yet in the last two games. It's insane. Oh, they've gotten a couple, but it's only one or two. They keep trying to hit home runs. You can't do that. Not every hit can be a home run. Just put it in play. Just put it in play. Um, let's move on to tomorrow night's NFL Week 6 matchup. We got the San Francisco 49ers taking on Seattle in what many consider a rivalry game. Niners are 3.5 point favorite. I'm gonna take Niners money line.
Um, because they're in Seattle. Um, I'm gonna take Seattle 5.5 plus 5.5, mainly because it's a division game. It's gonna be close. I think it should be, but also the 49ers aren't dealing with the pass that good, and the 49ers also are 0-2 in division games right now. So I'm gonna take the points with Seattle. Take that.
Ooh, that's a very interesting stat. Ooh, nice double play. Giggy's just turned a double play to get out of the inning. That's good. What's the score over there with the Mets and the Phillies? Same score?
Yeah, it's the same score.
Cool. And I believe this one is over in London. Early game from the West Coast, 6 a.m. For us, it's gonna be 7 a.m., 7:30 kickoff. Um, Jags take on the Bears. Bears are a 2.5 point favorite, but Jacksonville does not lose in London. I don't know what it is about Jacksonville going to London. Jacksonville does not lose in London. You did don't you forgot
I
about that
forgot all
and you
about it.
took Chicago in your bets, didn't you?
Only
Okay,
because it's a double-edged sword because they don't lose. They really don't. They're the team. Like they're undefeated in London. I don't know how or why,
they did.
but they're undefeated. But
I remember
only
for a while there
because
they were saying that Jacksonville's going to sell the team and move over to London.
yeah.
That would be crazy.
Um,
Um,
I'm still sticking with it. I don't care.
what did you do? Bears minus 2.5?
Yeah, Bears minus 2.5, mainly because the Bears defense is amazing. Jacksonville all over is I don't know what they got going on. Um, but they are undefeated in there's two things. They're undefeated. Jacksonville is undefeated in London, but Trevor Lawrence is 0-6 against other number one picks, which is like a reach, I think, but still. The main thing is I look at is Travis Etienne hasn't been doing much. Tank Bisbee is doing mostly everything. Um, but the Bears got a defense. I don't know if they can. That's just going to work. So I'm going Bears 2.5.
But has this team ever traveled that far to London and dealt with all the stuff over in London?
Oh yeah, how they feel looks it's worse than London. So yeah,
Mm. Give me Bears money line. That's what I'm saying. I want to take Jags money just because it looks fucking. I know that plus 240,
mm-hmm.
plus 210.
I might do another one with that actually. Cause yeah, I might do another one with that.
I mean that's gonna have to be like a one of them $2 bets that you throw in just because you think it. Hey, fuck it. Let's try this 12. You never know. You know what I mean? 12 leg parlay, just a bunch of wild shit.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll say just another wild one since we already talked about the Niners. Niners by 9.5 over Seattle. Like that's a wild bet.
Mhm.
Throw the Jags in there. A nice 18 parlay of some wild shit. Maybe it'll happen. Um, Next game is Arizona taking on Green Bay at Green Bay. Green Bay is a 5-point favorite. I'm gonna take Arizona plus 7. I think it's gonna be a close game. Arizona's offense is nice, especially with Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. Um, Kyler Murray's playing nice. Hopefully he doesn't get the new Call of Duty yet. Um,
Hey, you already got sponsored already?
oh, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he has his own little character and everything,
Yeah,
bro.
he got sponsored, and I'm like, dude. So that is that's a key element actually with these games. If he got that game is over. But I'm going Green Bay money line mainly because the Packers run offenses. They've been Josh Jacobs and just their whole team has been killing it with the run. What Jordan Love's been able to do with all these different receivers has been amazing. I think,
I don't want to
especially
hear it.
coming off the
I
injury.
don't want to hear another word about Jordan Love. I, you ESPN fantasy analysts that come up with these projected points, how the hell did you have Jordan Love outscoring Joe Burrow in fantasy last week?
It's
How?
crazy. I, that's like. Oh yeah, he's gonna outscore Joe Burrow when Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase for one averages 120 yards a game and a touchdown against the Ravens, especially with them being the worst pass defense. That makes no sense, you know? Absolutely not.
So I listened to you little ESPN analysts and was like, you know what? Baltimore sometimes does make Joe look kind of retarded, but maybe it'll be a closer game. So I benched Joe Burrow and put Jordan Love in. I still won by 10 points, but you know how many points Burrow had?
I mean,
Burrow had 34 points. If I would have had Burrow in, I wouldn't have even been sweating it this weekend.
it'd have been easy money.
I would have coasted by 20, 25 points.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's thrown two interceptions in 5 games. Like, come on.
12 touchdowns, he leads the league in touchdowns.
Until we go to Pittsburgh, and then TJ Watt's just gonna pull something out of his ass and fucking pick him off 3 times in a fucking game. I don't know
Jumping straight
how.
up.
I do not know
Jumping
how this
straight
motherfucker does it, but he does it every
up.
time. And I fucking can't stand it. It irritates me. Um, anyways, speaking of, when does the new Call of Duty come out?
It's next month.
Okay, so we got another 3 weeks to bet on Arizona, and then we're gonna start betting against them. Come,
Yeah.
come December, we're gonna bet against them.
That's crazy.
Towards the end,
It's like right there. You can do that.
towards Thanksgiving, because they're gonna give them a 2 week early release. So come Thanksgiving, you motherfuckers do not bet. Actually, you know what? By Halloween, come November 1st, stop betting on Arizona. Uh, Next game we have, ugh, we have the Colts taking on the Titans. Colts are a
Mm,
1 point favorite. Give me Indy.
yeah. Colts money line. Um, Especially if Weiss is at quarterback. I mean, my fault. Will Levis, if he's at quarterback, yeah, I don't trust. There was a perfect example of how he shouldn't be the quarterback last week. Um, yeah, definitely. I'm going with the Colts money line.
I'm going Colts -2.5. Yankees are leading 1-0.
Nice.
Top of the fourth, 2 outs, a runner at second. Jazz Chisholm is up to bat. Juan Soto scored. Who hit the but who hit? Oh, Giancarlo Stanton. Okay. Next game we got the Texans taking on the Patriots. Texans are a 7 point favorite.
Mm,
I'm
things
going
change.
I'm going Houston money. I don't see the 7 points. I see it being a 3 point game. Patriots have a decent defense and they're gonna run the ball. That's just what the Patriots do.
Oh, not only that, it's gonna be it's gonna be a different game than what you're seeing from the beginning of the season. So you have Brissett at quarterback. Now they're starting Drake May this game. And Drake May, I think he played like half a quarter that one game, and he had more passing yards than Brissett did the whole time. And so I think it's gonna be, yeah, I'm going Texas money line too. Just because I know they'll probably win, but the main thing is Drake May might do some things. Plus they're gonna slow the game down. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because New England's got that run game and they're bringing an extra, an extra lineman as a tight end, bring him in to block, and that's what they're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
Um, don't forget, find us on YouTube, Facebook, Athletic Arena Podcast. Follow along with Bovada. Link is in the description on YouTube. Our next game, we got Tampa Bay taking on the Saints. Derek Carr is out for this game. Tampa Bay is a 3.5 point favorite. Give me Tampa Bay with the points.
Uh, it's so hard. I'm gonna go the Saints with the points, mainly because they can't. They aren't good with dealing with the pass. They still have their main safety out. And Spencer Rattler, I think he'll probably surprise some people, but that's because
All
of that
right.
I'm going Saints. Plus, always the main game I look at in that game is the game within the game, and that's Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore.
That's uh round one fight.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we just that's what
Look,
I love
I
to
need
hear.
to I need to look up the over under for flags gonna be thrown on that game because
Yeah,
of the
that's
simple fact it's gonna be insane. So are you going plus 3.5 or are you bumping it up and going 5.5?
oh 5.5, definitely.
Yeah, and then we need to go and see what the over under is for punches thrown. And
Taking the over.
oh, next game we got the oh, let me hold on before I the alleged pedophile and the Cleveland Browns take on Philadelphia Eagles at home. Philly is a 9 point favorite. Philly's trying to stay away from them alleged massages. Um,
Again. Oh my God.
Deshaun is just giving up on Cleveland. Like
He's
all this outside stuff that's going on, it's affecting him. He literally, you could see Kevin Stefanski wanted to go for it. I think it was a 4th and 2, a 4th and 1, and you can just see Deshaun just turn around and literally walk out of the huddle and walk to the sideline,
yeah,
and you could just see the disgust in Stefanski's face. Like,
it's a like Deshaun Watson's QBR is 21. He's had more accusations on that. So yeah,
gee,
I'm pumping this up to 11 and a half. And most of the people with the Eagles are hurt, but I don't see them stopping uh Saquon Barkley or the few weapons they do have. It's still gonna be more than what Deshaun can do. And they
yeah,
still have Amari Cooper and Jerry Judy, and they have what he just can't do it. It's different than actually trying to score or put up bullshit stats in garbage time that like he did with the Texans to lead the league in passing. It's not he can't do that.
yeah.
So yeah.
I seen an ugly rumor that the Browns traded Amari Cooper to the Bills, and I was like, what the fuck?
Mm,
Mm, that would be great for Buffalo, but I don't think that would happen. Um, yeah, I'm going -7 Philly. Just because it's Philly against Cleveland. Next game, which a lot of people are saying is going to be the game of the morning. We got the Commanders taking on Baltimore in Baltimore. Baltimore is a 6.5 point favorite. And I don't know if the stat still holds up, but I know underdogs and 6.5 point favorites were undefeated, I believe, the first 4 weeks. I'm not sure how that stat line goes still.
hmm
I'm going Washington plus 8.5.
Same. Especially how Jaden Daniels is playing. Yeah, I'm definitely taking that 8.5. Um, he's a dual threat quarterback that's actually passing. He's putting pinpoint passes all over the place. Um, the Washington's receiving core they've been killing it. Not to mention they got a two-headed monster of Brian Robinson and who's that Austin Eckler. It'll be plays you'll see. They'll be
killing it.
running, and everything will be slow, and then you'll see Austin Eckler's little leg just running, taking off. Then when they get to the goal line, it's Brian Robinson. He's powering through everybody.
Yes.
So I definitely see this at plus 8.5.
Yeah, and then I mean Baltimore. I mean you could see. Hell, I think I seen a stat. Terry McLaurin, what was it? Either two catches or four catches for like 121 receiving yards. I was like, wow, like massive. And they're doing it around everybody else. It's not just let me throw it to Terry, throw it to Terry, throw it to Terry, throw it to Terry.
Mm-hmm.
He's hitting everybody, his tight ends, his receivers. He's using everybody around him. It's it's insane to see Washington actually be pretty decent. Next game we got the Los Angeles Chargers taking on Denver in Denver. Chargers are a 3-point favorite. Uh, I mean, if you want to bump this up to five, you can, but I'm going to take them at 2.5. Chargers 2.5.
Um, Defensive game. I see this being a close game. I'm going Broncos plus 5.5.
Wow, that's going to be a good one. Next game, we're going to your game. And I believe this is the last one of the early morning games. Or are y'all playing in the afternoon?
Early morning.
So this is the last one of the early morning. We got Pittsburgh visiting Las Vegas. Pittsburgh is a 3-point favorite, and I hate saying this, but give me Pittsburgh minus 2.5. It's Vegas is starting Aiden McConnell or McConley or whatever his name is. So Minshew's not even playing. Devontae's probably not going to play.
He's not.
Um,
Yeah, they're still trying to find a trade suitor for him.
yeah,
They
so
just have Brock Bowers. Everybody else can't catch. Um, if we don't win this game, I'll be highly disappointed. But I'm just taking Steelers money line. And yeah, a good thing would be if Calvin Austin gets involved in the offense, but we'll see.
nice. And then the game of the afternoon, we got Detroit visiting Dallas. Detroit is a 3-point favorite.
Mm,
Now, is Lawrence and Micah Parsons playing? This
that's my biggest thing. If they're playing, if
this
they're playing, if Demarcus Lawrence and I don't, if Demarcus Lawrence and Mekhi Pfeiffer play, I'm taking the Lions with the spread. If they're not playing, then I'm taking the Cowboys with the points. The
Oh,
reason why is because the Lions, yeah, they can pass the ball, but Cowboys, they are really decent covering the ball, when they pass. Running the ball is their problem, and it was mainly because of those two. Like Mekhi Pfeiffer, you run the ball right at him, he'll run away from it. I seen quarterbacks getting more involved in the run than he did. That's the reason why when the Steelers ran the ball last week and he wasn't in there, you had people hungry to actually go stop the run. So that's my thing. If they're two playing, then I'm taking the Lions, with the points. Easy. I'm not worried. But if they're not, then I'm taking Cowboys with the points. It all depends on them.
okay. Well, for the show, we need to pick.
Lions money line.
Okay,
Mekhi Pfeiffer ain't it.
that'll work. Um, Next game we got Atlanta visiting the Panthers. Atlanta is a 6-point favorite. I can go with Atlanta 6 points.
Pushing it to 8.5. Easy money.
That's a
They're getting trashed every week almost. And yeah, Atlanta, I see them doing a heavy damage to these dudes. I don't know where the Panthers can go from here. Like, I really don't. And
I
actually,
I
Andy
do.
Dalton is probably the best answer. and I mean,
I
it's just crazy.
I know where they're going
Where
to a top five pick.
mm, the good thing is they would.
They'd probably trade it away like retards.
I heard a crazy thing. So the good thing is that they don't have to give it to the Bears. The bad part is they still owe the Bears a second round pick coming up.
Well,
The
that
craziest thing was I heard, and they said it's to help both teams out, was for the Browns to get out of the situation they were in with Deshaun Watson. They would have to trade him to the Panthers and give the Panthers a number one, their first round pick to get out of the situation they're in with.
make the trade. Make
Yeah.
the trade.
I would trade quarterbacks if that was them anyway.
And this next game, Sunday Night Football, we got the Bengals visiting the Giants. Bengals are 3.5 point favorite. Fire Lou Anarumo. Fire Zach Taylor.
Mm-mm-mm.
If you're not gonna fire both of them, keep Zach Taylor. Fire Anarumo. Pick up Robert Saleh to run the defense and be your defensive coordinator. Duke Tobin, I'm doing your job for you. And then you guys need to get some defensive line help. I don't care who you go and get.
Well, Rankins is back, so he actually practiced this week.
I don't care. We still need another to get Sam Hubbard. I get, yes, he's the Cincinnati kid, born and raised. I get it. This is your last season with the Bengals. I'm sorry to say it. You're getting too old. You're getting up there in age. You're not what you were 2 years ago. Great job on that safety. I give it to you. First one in the last 75 years that we've had. Get it. Cool. Props. No. Miles Murphy and Joseph Asai are doing way better than you are right now. Miles Murphy's definitely doing way better than you, and he sucks. But yeah, we need Rankins back. We need Jenkins back. We need defensive line help bad. And then we just lost Dax Hill. He was actually changing my mind in this last game against Baltimore. He was doing pretty decent until he got hurt. Cam Taylor Britt, I don't know what you're doing. You act like you've never seen a double move off of the line before. Um, like you're getting burnt like toast out there. Like literally, you learned your lesson and you stopped running your mouth, but you're getting burnt on right off the line. Terrible. Terrible. Defense is trash. I swear to God, if Daniel Jones comes out and looks like a fucking all pro, I'm done watching football. I'll be done for the rest of the year. Like, move on to the draft, buddy. Like that's where I'm at right now with this year. It's I just don't get how you have an offense that's top four, top three. Joe Burrow is putting up MVP stats. He leads the league in passing percentage. He leads the league in touchdowns. He's tied for second in interceptions. I think he's got like 1,800 yards. Sunday he threw for five touchdowns and 400 yards. I mean, he's putting up numbers. Your offense is putting up numbers. I don't know what this team needs to do. I'm up here, way up here. But with that said, give me the Bengals minus 2.5. Let's see if they can turn it around. Hopefully, Mike Hilton comes back this week. If Hilton and
Yeah,
Rinkin, if they come back, we'll be good. I'm taking Cincinnati 2.5. It is the Giants. Giants defensive line is great. Dexter Lawrence, he got what, three, four sacks last week?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's been tearing it up. But yeah, I'm gonna take Cincinnati minus 2.5. I see him winning by a field goal. I see it by more than a field goal, but we'll see.
Yeah. Going for a close game. I don't really care who wins either way, but close game. Giants 5.5. Take the points plus 5.5.
Oh,
I don't see them winning just because it is Daniel Jones, and I don't think their offense can compete with the Cincinnati Bengals. But I mean, their defense. That's the thing. Will they be able to maintain and hold them off?
yeah, their defense has been keeping them in games is what it's been.
Hmm. So yeah, because of that, Giants plus 5.5.
Oh, Yankees just bunt to get one out hit a sacrifice bunt to move runners to second and third with one out, and they're threatening to score.
Mhm.
That's a good one. And our last game, we have Buffalo taking on the Jets. Buffalo's 2.5 point favorite. Give me the Jets.
I'm going with the Bills.
Eh,
Uh,
eh,
I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers. I really never have. Um, I think he thought that this was going to be like the NFC North, where he was really in the worst division in football, and he took advantage. He thought he was coming to pretty much, oh, Tom Brady's gone. I'm going to the worst division in football again. He thought he was going to get over, and he's getting exposed. He's throwing picks. He's looking for pass interference. And you look at the picks; they're overthrows. Yeah, these wide
Terrible.
receivers in the Jets aren't bailing them out. They're not like Devontae Adams and stuff like that. So he's getting worked.
Mhm.
And with the Bills having the zone play they have with these tall cornerbacks and safeties, oh yeah, they're gonna get they're coming after him. Von
This
Miller and
is
them, they're gonna come after him. So
this is
I'm
what
going
I
Bills.
see.
Money
Isn't
line.
isn't Von Miller suspended still?
No, he's back.
This is what I see. I see the Jets coming out and what normally happens when a team fires their head coach.
Mm,
That team comes out hot.
yeah.
I'm gonna take Jets plus 4.5.
Okay.
I shouldn't I mean, that's just for this. I'm not gonna bet on this game. I'm not. Plus, I don't like throwing in bets for Monday Night Football with a whole slate of Sunday bets. So
Mhm.
depending
It's like
on
for an extra day.
yeah, depending on how who bases loaded. Bases loaded, Juan Soto at the plate, one out. Ooh.
And the Mets won, they advance.
If the Mets win,
Yeah, they advanced to the NLCS.
what is it, best of three or best of five?
And
Or
it's a best of five.
best of seven?
Not best of five. They won.
Best of five. So first to three.
Yeah.
Oh, he took a dig at that one. 2-1. What are you gonna do, buddy? And you said you're taking Buffalo 2.5?
Oh, money line.
Okay. Bases loaded 3-1. What is this gonna be? I think he's gonna throw it right down the middle and Soto's just gonna smack it. Oh, sacrifice fly. 2-0 Yankees. RBI Juan Soto. I could take that. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and end this stream. We got some more baseball to go watch. Um, we're gonna get this video uploaded. Yeah, like I said, it's 2-0, 2 outs. Yankees are in the lead, top of the fifth. Mets just won, so October baseball is happening. Follow along YouTube, Facebook, to donate to the stream, Cash App, Athletic Arena Podcast, and then to follow along with us on Bovada. They do have live dealers for baccarat, roulette, and blackjack. They also have poker, slot machines, and video poker. Um, description link is in the description on YouTube. Y'all have a nice day.